Hi, Virgo. Welcome back. Here to do a January love reading for you, Celtic Cross Love. And I hope that you're having a great end of the year. If you're seeing this end of the year or you had a nice end of the year, perhaps holiday season. If you're seeing this early January, I appreciate you so much for helping me get my channel started. If you've been here before, about 6 months in. So thank you, thank you. And let's get rolling with your reading. We'll see what's up for you in love. This is for singles, coupled, whatever shows up. We'll do some clarifiers and we'll pull a couple extra cards for you as well. I'm using the Goddess deck today. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Got one sort of ripped card. I'll keep shoving the ripped card to the middle, but I'll just tell you that now. So let's see what's going on here for Virgos. I think I got a lot of room here, so I can do that. Okay. So Virgo, bottom of the deck is the King of Swords. So you might be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, somebody who might be sort of, a key figure in your life right now. Might be a masculine energy, male, female, who is fairly logical, to the point, doesn't mess around with too many words. If they text you, they're going to text you like 2-3 words tops. If they've got a message to deliver, even if it's bad or good, it's not going to have any qualifiers around it. It's just going to be like right to the point. Usually the good thing with the King of Swords, though, is you almost never really have to question where they're at. So whether it hurts or whether it doesn't, it's usually someone who's fairly straightforward. So that looks like that could be what you're dealing with right now. So where you are at in the current energy is in this deck called Oppression. It's the number of the Tower in traditional deck. So as we sometimes think the Tower can have two sides, good meanings, this is kind of forcing a change. If you're oppressed, you're being held back to the point where you might have to break free and break loose, and something might be pushing you down right now, Virgo, to the point where it's feeling like almost too much pressure. So it might be holding you back. It might be keeping you from expressing your true self. You might not feel like you're free to express yourself right now. Whatever it is, it might be reaching a boiling point soon. Also coming into the present moment for you, we've got the Sun, however. So the Sun in this deck is a really beautiful card. Interestingly enough, there's 3 figures and a god in the card. So this is a really blessed card, and there is kind of a tribe and a camaraderie and a wholeness and a fulfillment. So even though you might have been approaching a critical point of renewal kind of by force, what you've got bringing into the current energy is a really positive energy of the Sun representing you, Virgo. So I think for any of you following tarot, you do know that when the Sun graces your reading, it's really anything that's in this reading here on out, it's casting, more of a positive light around it. But we'll find out. Let's kind of keep going. Reading them all upright, but with any energy that the card is bringing. So the obstacle in this case is the 7 of Swords. So as it relates to relationship, no matter what situation you're in, you might have a tricky energy as an obstacle that is related to somebody trying to get away with something, that they're not on the up and up, or they're trying to get away with something. And obviously it's by nature an obstacle card, because it's never really a good feeling with the 7 of Swords. There's an occasion where it's more like you're trying to get away with something, or learn something, or sneak away with something, or strategize about something. But I'm seeing this as something that was not your choice, that was kind of thrust into your situation that's creating a feeling of deception. Okay. So at the base of your reading and kind of where this is all coming from is another seven, the Seven of Pentacles. So in the course of you evaluating your situation, you've been trying to be patient about something related to this relationship or relating to a relationship. You've been trying to evaluate it carefully and be very patient about it. Very thoughtful, taking a really balanced approach at whether or not you should be investing any more time in it. Very likely because it's got some lack of freedom associated with it, as well as maybe some lies or deceit that you're finding out associated with it. So you're very, very cautious about if you should be investing any energy in it. And again, here's another card associated with the Seven of Pentacles. We've got what's called sacrifice in this deck, which is the Hanged Man. So very recently, and it's a major, you have had this energy in this relationship of holding out and trying to really, again, analyze it carefully and thinking about, how much you're willing to sacrifice for this relationship. It's pretty loud and clear for me. You're contemplating how much is it really worth your integrity? Is it worth your good name? Is it worth your investment, time, energy to continue to invest in this relationship? So you're kind of in a holding pattern, carefully assessing what's on your mind. We're kind of crowning the relationship is the Ten of Swords. Here again, there might have been a betrayal. There might have been somebody, some kind of surreptitious and sneaky dealings behind your back. There could have been words said, words shared, stories shared, gossip, things that you kind of came back to haunt you that you just couldn't believe, were going to happen in this relationship. It feels like a betrayal. So certainly that's on your mind. And with the Seven of Swords, it's really kind of clear to me, and the Tower, that I'm thinking in some ways, at least some ways, have been done wrong by this relationship. Good things are coming and you're being really careful. So that's good news. And of course, it's only going to get up from here, only going to go up from here. Near future, well, here we go. The near future is the Ace of Cups. So you're turning a corner, Virgo, which is great news. You're definitely turning a corner. And what you have ahead of you is the Ace of Cups. So a truer, more pure, more authentic feeling of love, whether that's love with yourself first. You may have some restoring to do with yourself first. I'm getting a bit more of that energy. However, it could mean that it's evolving into a different energy, that you might be meeting somebody well worth your time. Let's see what's going to happen here. So in your environment, coming into your environment is the Three of Pentacles. So you might be putting some energy into work partnerships, work agreements. You might have a work partner that feels like a very positive, collaborative, amiable relationship. That's coming into your future. That's in your environment, what's approaching you and what you're experiencing. You could be meeting somebody out, being fixed up with somebody. Third party might be fixing you up. Could be from the work front, but basically, you're building something here. You're building something productive either at work or with another person, and that's in your sphere right now, which is very positive. And what you hope or fear, and I believe it's what you hope, is the Magician. You hope to manifest. You hope to bring about good things, to use your knowledge, to use what you've learned, to use your great talent, skills, beauty, intelligence, everything that you have at your disposal, Virgo. You've got a lot at your disposal. Virgos are the master of many things. They just have to channel their energy. And here we've got it confirmed in what you're hoping to manifest is more of that energy for yourself. It's a great time of year to be thinking of this way for yourself. At the top of the year, we get a fresh page of paper. We get a fresh canvas. So when you get a fresh canvas, it's definitely positive to think about how you're going to create with your fresh, clean slate. A potential outcome card is the Eight of Pentacles. Once again, working hard at something, working hard at your craft, working and focusing on what you want to create, what you want to build, what you want to grow. So there's a lot of growth in this reading, building, manifesting, creating, harnessing, mastery. What do you want to be a master at right now, Virgo? I mean, it could be refining how you relate, how you communicate in a relationship, but the Pentacles are generally about tangible things. So maybe there's some divided energy here that you are putting toward, the work front and what you want to create. And that would be a healthy thing to do right now, especially if you're getting over some of these other energies and contemplating really hard about, what you're willing to sacrifice. So let's see. I'm going to use these only as extra clarifiers. I'm actually going to pull more goddess cards to clarify here for a second. Let's clarify what it is that is the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords, that is the obstacle. We've got the Three of Wands. So it is a challenge for you to either deal with some kind of deceit or walk away with the right lesson. The Three of Wands is really, obviously she's assessing what she's going to get on a return from what she's given. Is it going to be, her ship's going to come in? She's waiting. So again, there's another undercurrent of the challenges for you to wait and see. You might be getting impatient, Virgo. I think your challenge is, how much longer are you going to wait and see on this? Are you going to want to start the year fresh, or do you have it in you to really wait and see on this still? I'm going to pull another one for the Seven of Pentacles because that's another kind of a wait and see card. Yeah, you're assessing exactly. You're assessing the Four of Wands here. You're deciding if it's worth investing in what, this foundation. Is it your home front you're looking at investing in? Is it a future love relationship that you're hoping will be able to be built upon and committed to? You're assessing if this is worth committing to, Virgo. I mean, I think that you've already put some definite energy into whatever this is. And for whatever reason, I'm getting the impression somebody else might have walked away sooner than you are. And you're actually maybe at a tipping point at this point, but you actually have this, I won't say bottomless well of patience. Not at all. Not at all. But I do think Virgos tend to be very loyal by nature. I'm sure you have other signs in your chart. But they tend to not give up really quickly on relationships that they've given their heart to at some point. It takes a lot, for them to do that. I was clarifying the Hanged Man. We've got the Hierophant. So, there is probably an awakening and assessing your standards and the traditions of society that you're deciding, are you going to sacrifice what your standards and expectations are in a relationship? You've probably got, I'm not saying you're overly traditional, but you've got some definite standards that you set in what you expect from a relationship, whether it's casual or growing or more of a commitment. And I'm thinking it's more of a commitment here that you're assessing, how much should somebody else sacrifice? How much should you sacrifice given what your standards and values are in a relationship? What's the Tower? What's the Tower about that is representing Virgo right now? Justice. Yeah, again, what's fair, what's not, What's fair and what's not? Have you been treated fairly? I mean, it's all over this reading. The question of if this has been a fair relationship. I mean, truly, what is the Ten of Swords about, Virgo? Ten of Swords for Virgo. Ten of Swords for Virgo. Ten of Swords. Where did that come in? What was the hurt? Oops, sorry. What was the hurt and betrayal about with the Ten of Swords? Ten of Swords for Virgo. Ten of Swords for Virgo. Whoops. Okay. Well, we've got the Three of Swords, so there was definitely a heartbreak over this Ten of Swords. Somebody really did do you wrong on this one, Virgo. And they left a really big scar. You know, you definitely had some heartbreak over it. It's clearly why you're so hesitant to move ahead and you're being so cautious here. Definitely being cautious. But let's look on the bright side here for a minute with the Ace of Cups. Tell us more about the Ace of Cups. The Prince of Cups. So, you know, there's definitely the potential for somebody to come in with a bit of romance, with a bit of an offer. There's definitely another player that could be coming in. The Three of Cups is coming into your environment with the Nine of Cups, Three of Discs. So it could be that you're building something that will make you happy. Maybe somebody from work or around the work environment. There's definitely a bit more happiness there coming, Virgo. And this manifesting that you're hoping to do with the Magician. The manifesting that you're hoping to do with the Magician. And more manifestation with the Empress or fertility. So, wow, you're really hoping to create, manifest new things. That's wonderful. Two majors. And the outcome is working hard at your craft, mastering, manifesting some more with the Eight of Pentacles. And look, the World. That's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So as an outcome card, you also have the World, a completeness, perhaps some lessons learned, working hard to complete something, working hard to manifest, working hard to refine, perfect, gain mastery, gain knowledge, complete a cycle. And then it's actually like doing all of that, perhaps some new newness coming in with the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Cups. I'm just going to pull one more. I'm going to pull another Rider Waite on the near future because it's two beautiful cup cards. I just want to see. Yep, and look what we've got. The Four of Wands. So definitely building some stability in a relationship that it could definitely go somewhere. It's got potential, which is a wonderful thing. Interestingly enough, we've got the King of Swords. And we had the King of Swords on the bottom when we first came out. Interesting. So you really may be dealing with the King of Swords for better or for worse. Let's see. We're going to do an Oracle. Wisdom of the Oracle card for Virgo. January 2019. Wisdom of the Oracle. January 2019. Okay. Truth be told. Truth be told. Well, you're certainly searching for the truth in the final answer here. And I'm going to pull a truth bomb as well. Suspend your preferences. They may be getting in the way. Suspend what you believe your preferences are. They may be getting in the way. Maybe it's time to sacrifice your standards a little bit, your preferences. Maybe not holding on so tight and just kind of looking at what feels good, what doesn't feel good. I don't think this is saying be looser with what you want in your life. I think the whole reading is about being careful and cautious about what you want. But I think what it might be saying is be willing to manifest, like put your intentions in the right place and then be open and willing to see what really comes about. So truth be told is number 14. Let me just see what they say for relationships for number 14. Honesty, accepting things at face value, not overanalyzing it, coming out of denial, the willingness to be transparent, clarity of communication. People tell you who they are quickly if you're willing to listen to what they say and pay attention to how they behave. This card calls you to engage in a heartfelt and open conversation. It's time to see the truth about what you share with each other and tell the truth about who you are and what you need. No one can do that for you. Remember that your truth is always based in your personality and your experience up to now. A higher truth will be found after you communicate honestly and see how doing so has helped you become more attuned to yourself. Don't hold back. Speak your truth and listen. So I hope that you've got some messages in here, Virgo. I'd be very interested to hear if any of this resonated with you. Good luck in January, and I hope you have a wonderful new year. And I'll see you back here again soon. Thanks so much.